Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ryan Winkler, coming to you from Cape Central High School as the Tigers are going to take on the Kennett Indians here this afternoon. And it is a windy, it's a windy afternoon here as the game was moved up to 3 p.m. due to the storms coming in later this evening. As don't be surprised if I say a pop fly to left field and the right fielder catches it, because that's how windy it is out on the field here this afternoon. As the lineup for Kennett, J.C. Poole will lead things off, and Hayden Gilmore will bat second. Ashton Williams will bat third. Caleb Duncan batting fourth. Batting fifth, Peyton Bronham. Batting sixth, the DH. Caden Pruitt batting seventh, Owen Williams. Batting eighth, Jack Morrison. And batting ninth, Matt Gardner. As J.C. Poole will lead things off here for Kennett. First pitch will miss for ball one. Braden Mead on the mound this afternoon for the Tigers as he comes set for the 1-0 pitch. He's popped up and it's going to get foul out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Defensively for the Tigers, Chapman Ogles in left, Jackson Woodfoot in center, Caden Chenoweth in right, Jathan Spain at third, Evan Hall at short. And the 1-1 will miss outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Evan Hall at short, Aiden McGuire at second, Zayd Hickey at first, and Connor Poole behind the plate for the Tigers. As Meade comes set for the 2-1 pitch. Is a grounder over towards short, and it's going to get through the hole for a leadoff single for Kennett.
Up next for the Indians, number 5, Hayden Gilmore.
So Hayden Gilmore will come to the plate now. There's a runner on first with nobody out. It's a leadoff single for the Kennett Indians. As Meade comes set, checks over his shoulder. First pitch to Gilmore will miss for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. That one is in there for a strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike. Meade looks over to first and comes set. And the 1-1. Poole goes to pitch out, throw down to second. Is off a little target, and he just gets there in time before the tag was applied. So it's a runner at second and a 2-1 count. So Gilmore steps in, 2 balls, 1 strike. As Meade will come set, look back at second. The 2-1 is a grounder out towards second. McGuire will knock it down. Throw to first is in time. They'll get the out. As Poole will advance. J.C. Poole will advance to third base with a 1 away. Wasp in the press box, and they're trying to kill it with the microphone. He couldn't get it in time. Finally, he was able to squash it. I missed it. I don't know. The 1-0 is grounded. Too short, throw to first. And now they're going to ask the home plate umpire if the tag was made at first, because it looked like he did get a tag there at first base. And he is out at first for the second out.
Up next for the Indians, number 4, Caleb Duncan.
Kennett up 1-0. As Zayd Hickey was able to make the tag over there at first base on Ashton Williams, and now Caleb Duncan. First pitch is a little high for ball 1 as it gets past the catcher Poole. The 1-0 pitch is popped up high in right center field. And Jackson will make the catch out in center field
Tigers retired
for the third out, and we go to the bottom of the first.
Indians played 1.
And it's 1-0 Kennett.
1-0 heading into the bottom of the first.
Bottom of the first as Jackson Woodfoot will lead things off for the Tigers. Out in defensively for the Indians, out in left field is Zane Franklin. As he's being DH'd for this afternoon.
Leading off for the Tigers, number 8.
And in center field, it'll be Hayden Gilmore. In right field, Jack Morrison. On the infield, third base, J.C. Poole. First pitch to Jackson. He shows bunt, pulls back, and that'll miss for ball 1. Matt Gardner. Oops, I'm sorry. Peyton Branham is at third. Matt Gardner at short. J.C. Poole at second. Owen Williams at first. Behind the plate, Caleb Duncan. And on the mound, as that one will miss for ball 2, is Ashton Williams for the Kennett Indians. Jackson Whitfoot leading things off. Braden Mead on deck. Batting third, the shortstop, Evan Hall. And the 2-0 pitch is a grounder out towards second. Knocked down by the second baseman, and he's not going to be able to make the play. Poole couldn't hold on to it. And it'll be a runner at first.
Up next for the Tigers, number 17, Braden Mead.
So runner at first, Braden Mead. Batting third, Evan Hall. Batting fourth will be Jathan Spain. Batting fifth, Caden Chenoweth. Batting sixth, Hayden Bowers. As Williams looks over at first and then comes set. First pitch to Mead is outside for ball 1. Batting seventh will be first baseman Zaid Hickey. Batting eighth is second baseman Aiden McGuire. And batting ninth will be left fielder Chapman Ogles. And the 1-0, Jackson goes, is high. Throw down to second is not in time as Jackson beats that one out fairly easily. As Jackson's probably one of the fastest kids, I'd say fastest guys in the area, just in general, as he won quite a few, or won at least one or two events, I believe, last Saturday, just a couple days ago, as he played baseball in the first game and then ran track in the right after that, as it was also at Festus. So we went from the baseball field to the track field, and then went to track and field and ran a couple races, and he came away with at least one win that I know for sure. I'm pretty sure he had more than one, though. The 3-0 is in there for a strike called as 3-0 count. That's what you're going to end up doing, is taking a pitch. Williams will look at Whitfoot, and that one is swung on and missed for strike two, full count. And the 3-2 is swung on and missed for strike three, and that's one away here in the bottom of the first.
Number 7, Evan Hall.
And now Evan Hall will dig in here with Jackson Whitfoot on second. That one is in there for a strike called. No balls, one strike. The 0-1 pitch is called strike two. 0-2. No balls, two strikes as Williams comes set. And he's going to turn back towards second. And no throw as Jackson slides back in safely. No balls, two strikes. As Williams looks back, the 0-2 pitch is in the dirt for ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. As Williams looks back at second, and he turns to second, throws to second, and he can't hold on to it at second base. Gardner dropped the throw, and so Jackson is in there safely. That one is foul tipped, but caught by the catcher Caleb Duncan for out number 2.
Up next for the Tigers, number 23, Stephen Spain.
It's 2 strikeouts in a row for Ashton Williams. And now Jathan Spain will come to the plate, and he's batting .267 on the season. 2 doubles on the year as this one's popped up and fouled back. 2 away with a runner on second. And Spain behind in the count, 0-1. That one swung on and missed for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Williams looking back at second base. And the 0-2 is chopped foul back towards the third base dugout. So no balls, 2 strikes with Whitfoot on second and 2 away as Williams looks back at second base, the 0-2. That's a high curveball that didn't break all the way for a 1-2 count now. Williams will come set. Look back and turn towards second again, but no throw this time, as he is back safely.
1-0 Kennett. Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the bottom of the first for the Tigers.
The 1-2, ooh, and that's going to run up and get Spain in somewhere near the ribs, it almost looked like.
Up next for the Tigers.
And so
number
runners
10,
at first and
Hayden
second
Chenoweth.
with 2 outs, and I think it ricocheted off Spain and got the home plate umpire, Andrew Williams. I think it got him up near the throat. So we gotta let him work that out. Stretching, well, not really stretch, but he's kind of stretching his neck, trying to work out that whatever hit him, wherever it hit him near the throat there, as that one is in there for a strike called. So runners at first and second with 2 away, and it's an 0-1 count. That one will miss for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Grounder over to third, picked up by the third baseman, Branham, and he'll step on the bag to end the inning, and we go to the top of the second with Kennett leading 1-0.
1-0.
Top of the second, as Peyton Branham will lead things off, the third baseman for the Indians, as he finished off the bottom half of that first inning with the fielder's choice. He got the ground ball at third and stepped on the bag. Braden Mead. So Chapman Ogles lost his hat, as that one's outside for ball 1, as it blows across the field. It's stuck out there in center field.
Almost need a rubber band to go around the hat and keep it on your head this afternoon.
Yep.
Crazy.
When I checked it, it said the wind was at 26 miles per hour. And 1-0 is, oh, man, that'll get him on the arm. So he will take first base.
Up next for the Indians, number 14, Caden Pruitt.
Caden Pruitt will step up to the plate now. His first at bat, the DH for Kennett this afternoon. As Mead will come set. First pitch to Pruitt is hit back up the middle, and it's going to get down for a base hit into center field. Then it's going to get past. Barely got past Jackson out there in center field. So it'll be runner at first and second with nobody out.
Number 12, Owen Williams.
And Owen Williams will. Owen Williams, the first baseman.
2-0 here in the second. Kennett up 1-0. That wind will be blowing out toward right field. Infield
Meade will check the runner at second.
first base.
They'll look again. The first pitch, bunt, and it's going to be called a fair ball.
So the runners will move up.
Throw to first. They got him at first, as nobody really knew what to do there. As
As it was touched by the catcher.
nobody was at first. The runner didn't go. He thought it was a foul ball, but
Jack Morrison.
the umpire had called a
Sacrifice by
fair ball.
throw down to first, ran up to third, Pruitt. Now down to second. There's one out.
So runners at second and third. Second and third with one away. As the home plate umpire, Andrew Williams, he'll talk to Connor Poole behind the plate and tell him, I guess explain to him why it was a fair ball. Because that one is outside, it gets away, and we've got too many runners over there. They're gonna have to tag him. Now we got a whole situation here. They're gonna get a run out of that as Hall threw it to, well, I'm thinking he threw it to Jack Morrison here because they're wearing the same exact, they're both wearing white jerseys. So he saw a white jersey and threw the ball. And so one run will score. That one's hit up the middle, and it's going to take a hop right past Aiden McGuire into center field, and that'll get another run in, and it's 3-0 Kennett.
Up next for the Indians, number 3, Matt Gardner.
Leads 3-0, and here comes Matt Gardner to the plate. Still there's one out here at the end. Senior right-handed shortstop, right-handed hitter. Facing Braden Meade.
Matt Gardner,
First pitch to Matt Gardner.
his first at bat. He's going to pop that one up. It's going to get into foul territory, and Zayd Hickey will make the catch in foul territory for out number 2.
Order for the Indians, number 23, J.C. Poole.
As we get back to the top of the order, J.C. Poole is 1 for 1 with a single.
JC started ball game. Ground ball at the hole.
Meade checks on the runner. First pitch is outside for ball 1.
A couple of runs here at the inning, leading 3-0 as we play at the top of the second.
1 ball, no strikes as Meade will come set. Peek over his shoulder at Morrison. First, the 1-0 pitch is going to be hit in the gap between first and second into right field for a 2-out single. And it's runners at first and second with 2 away.
And that brings up Hayden Gilmore.
Up next for the Indians, number 5, Hayden Gilmore.
So Hayden Gilmore, he's 0 for 1 with a ground out. He'll try to get something on the ground, but this time try to get something through the infield.
3-0, top of the second. First baseman Hickey playing behind the runner at first. Hall tries to keep Morrison close at second. Gilmore.
And that one is in there for a strike on the outside corner.
Whitney Farms, Dudley, Missouri, one of the great broadcast sponsors. West Chantel Whitley and residents wishing the Indians good luck all season. Appreciate Whitley's Farms.
Well, Meade will look in and get the sign, come set, check back on the runner.
The 0-1 pitch.
And the 0-1 will miss low for ball 1, 1-1.
Strange play on that pass ball. Branham didn't get a good jump from third.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Him second, going down to third was Pruitt. Branham
As Mead comes set, looks back, and the 1-1 is high for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Ball is high, ball two and one count. And ball is thrown toward home as Branham broke for the plate. Errant throw, and Kennett got a run. Then another run.
Mead looks back, comes set, the 2-1 pitch is in the dirt for ball 3, 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike here to Hayden Gilmore. Hayden Gilmore, the center fielder, he's got 2 on, 2 out. And he's ahead in the count 3-1. As Mead looks back at second, the 3-1 pitch will hit the dirt for ball 4, and the bases are loaded here.
Up next for the Indians, number 10, Ashton Williams.
Right center field, his first at bat. Ball, Ashton really popped up, but you get it up in the air, going out toward right field.
So bases loaded.
Ashton
Morrison at third, Poole at second, Gilmore at first, and Ashton Williams at the plate, the pitcher with a chance to give himself some extra cushion here, as his team is up 3-0 here. First pitch is a strike on the outside corner.
outfield straight away. Williams. Infield back with 2 down. Bases loaded.
No balls, 1 strike. As Meadle comes set, the 0-1 is popped up high on the infield. And Chapman, I guess, called off Hall. And they missed the ball, but the throw home is in time, and he's out at home. But Kennett gets 2 runs and now lead 5-0.
Heading to the bottom of the second. Indians now lead 5-0.
So bottom of the second, as Hayden Bowers will lead things off for the Tigers, as they trail 5-0 here to Kennett. And they got 2 more runs there in the end of the inning, as a pop fly out into shallow left field. Evan Hall was going back to make the catch. Ogles was coming in, and neither one of them heard the other, as that one is called a strike on the outside corner. And so it fell in between them and went a little further back into the left field, as Ogles had to chase after it. That one is swung on and missed for strike 2. And then 2 runs score, but they were able to throw out the third runner at home, trying to score from first base on that pop fly. And we got time called. Time called by the home plate umpire. So it's 5-0. No balls, 2 strikes. As that one is outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 is a little low and outside for ball 2, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes as Williams comes set for the 2-2. And that's a liner, and it's grabbed out of the air by the third baseman, Peyton Branham. That looked like a leadoff single for Bowers, and it was just snagged right out of the air by Branham.
Zay Hickey.
And Zach Hickey. Zade Hickey. Zade Hickey, yeah. I knew that. I don't know why I called him Zach. That one is called strike 1. That one is popped up into center field, shallow center field, and yeah, he made the play. I thought there for a second that something was out there on the floor, or on the field, the baseball. And actually, I guess, was it something maybe out of his pocket? But it's 2 away. So Aiden McGuire, the second baseman, will take a first pitch strike. McGuire batting 0-7-7. As that one misses for ball 1, 1-1. So 1-1 grounded out towards second. Scooped up by Poole, and he'll throw it to first for the third out. And the Tigers will go 1-2-3 as we go to the top of the third, 5-0 Kennett. Top of the third, as the Tigers trail 5-0. First pitch will just miss Caleb Duncan, and it's a 1-0 count. And this one's hit right back up the middle for a single. And it'll be a runner at first with nobody out. Peyton Branham was hit by a pitch in his first at bat. As me to look over at first and then come set. Me to look over his shoulder. First pitch is inside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, as Duncan will lead off of first base. And Duncan will shuffle, gets away from Poole, and Duncan was actually heading back towards first base after the pitch, and by the time he realized that it had gotten away, he decided I better not test it just in case. So he'll stay at first base as it's a 2-0 count. Now we'll go, and this one's a grounder right past Spain into left field, and it'll be runners at first and second.
Up next for the Indians, number 14, Caden Pruitt.
Caden Pruitt, he singled in his last at bat. He's the DH for the Indians today. As Meade looks in and comes set. This one's in the dirt, good block by Connor Poole. The 1-ball, no strikes. As Meade looks in and gets the sign, he'll come set for the 1-0 pitch.
Next pitch to Caden Pruitt.
As he checks the runner.
Caden's still standing in the box.
The 1-0 is popped up into left field, and it's going to get down as Ogles couldn't make the catch. And rounding third and heading home is Duncan, and he will score. And it'll be first and second.
Up next for the Indians, number 12, Owen Williams.
Duncan comes home on the last play. Kennett, still with nobody out, goes up.
So runners at first and second with nobody out. And we get time called as Coach Leeser will come out and talk to Meade. And we're going to get a pitching change for the Tigers. We'll let them warm up, and then we'll come back. So Zach Dowdy will come into pitch for the Tigers. And Jathan Spain will go to first base, and Braden Meade will go to third. So Zade Hickey will come out. So run. Runners at first and second. Shows bunt, gets it down out in front of home plate. Picked up by Poole. Throw to first is in time, but the sacrifice bunt works, and it gets the runners to advance to second and third, one away. And Jack Morrison singled in his last at bat.
Ran him to third, Pruitt down to second.
As Dowdy comes set.
1 out in the inning. Couple of runs.
First pitch is a grounder towards third, grabbed by Meade. He'll throw to first. Got him at first, 2 away.
Hard hit ball by Jack Morrison.
Up next for the Indians, number 3.
So both
Matt
runners
Gardner.
stay put, and it'll stay second and third now, 2 away. If the Tigers can get out of this with just giving up the 1 run, that'll be huge, as Matt Gardner, the number 9 hitter, 0 for 1 of the flyout. Keep the top of the lineup. Make them wait for the next inning, as this one's grounded out to second, and they'll throw to first for the out. And that will end the inning as Dowdy comes in and gets 3 up, 3 down, more or less. As we'll go to the bottom of the third. It's 6-0.
Indians get a run in the top half of the third. It leads 6-0. Kate Central comes to bat here.
For the number 19, Chapman Ogles.
Top, bottom of the third, as Ogles will show bunt, and he'll pull back in time as it's outside for ball 1.
Independent insurance agent.
1 ball, no strikes.
Personal lines.
As Williams comes set for the 1-0 pitch. He shows bunt again, but pulls back for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes.
Ashton with 33 pitches after those first 2.
The 2-0 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Leadoff hitter Chapman Ogles. And it's Ogles, then we go back to the top of the lineup for Jackson Whitfoot, as that one swung on and missed for strike 2. Back to the top lineup for Jackson Whitfoot and Braden Meade. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that's 1 away. That'll bring Jackson Whitfoot to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a single so far. He's got another shot here to get things going with 1 away. And the first pitch is called a strike. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch. Grounded back up the middle, and it's going to get through for a single. And it'll be a runner at first with a 1 away for Braden Meade. He struck out looking in his first at bat.
Up next for the Tigers, number 17, Braden Meade.
So Meade digs in with Jackson over there at first base as he puts on his sliding glove. And a pickoff attempt is not in time. Back safely over there at first base is Jackson.
Still blowing out to right field.
Williams will come set. Peeking over his shoulder. And he'll throw to first, and now Jackson goes. Throw to second is off the glove of the second baseman Poole, and Jackson is safe at second base.
Ball is coming right over with his head and trying to make the catch. Safe. And picked off. Getting down to second base was the base runner. He's in scoring position. 0-1 out. Swing and miss.
The runner at second as that one is swung on and missed for strike one as
Strike one on Mead.
Williams finally throws the first pitch to Braden Mead.
Struck out. His first
The 0-1 is called a strike.
0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes. Just on the outside corner there.
Strikeout here. Second. With the base runner at second. Lead off.
Williams will look back at Jackson, and the 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that's 2 away.
Up the bat, number 7, Evan Hall.
Evan Hall, shortstop.
So 4 strikeouts on the day for Ashton Williams. And Evan Hall, who's 0 for 1, he struck out on a caught foul tip third strike. That one's in the dirt for ball 1.
Whitwood down at second base, ball 1. 2 down, runner at second.
1 ball, no strikes as Williams will look in and get the sign. He's got the one he wants. He'll look back at second base. Nobody holding him on, and the 1-0 pitch is in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes.
Ashton Williams checks the runner at
The 2-0 pitch is popped up out into right field. It's going to be caught by the right fielder, and Jackson will tag at second, and he's safe at third. Wait, wasn't that the third out?
The Tigers, number 23, Jake
Oh, he dropped it.
Spain.
Good, that's better. So yeah, that's an error.
go to third, down at first base. Hall, cleanup hitter, Jacob Spain at the plate. Spain on his first plate.
So runners at first and third with 2 away.
Third, 2 down here, bottom of the third. Ended up 6-0. Round 3 in this third inning. Score right where it is. Cleanup here at
Williams will peek over his shoulder, throw to first,
runner.
and he's back safely.
All the base
So
runner.
no,
Whitwood
or 2 away with runners at the corners.
for the Tigers. Infield
And
back, outfield straight away.
Williams comes set, throws over to first again, back safely again.
Morrison shading over toward the line in right field. In the outfield, it's Zane Franklin, Hayden Gilmore.
Jathan Spain was hit by a pitch in his last at bat. First at bat, this one's popped up into center field, deep center field, and that ball's going to get down and off the fence. 1 run will score. Hall's going to come around third, and he will score. No throw to home, and a 2-run double by Jathan Spain.
Following the double up the bat, number 10, Hayden Chenoweth.
So the Tigers get 2 runs back, and it's 6-2, and now Caden Chenoweth heading to a fielder's choice in his last at bat. The runner in scoring position at second base in Jathan Spain. Williams looks at the runner, and the first pitch is called a strike. No balls, 1 strike.
That was a ball Gilmore looked like it was going to come right to him. And that wind
The 0-1 is fouled off.
plate umpire, I think, got another piece of that foul ball.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Infield back with 2 down. The runner
Williams will look back at Spain,
that is Spain.
and the 0-2 is fouled back.
And the count
No balls, 2 strikes, as the count stays 0-2.
Kennett Indian baseball. No game scheduled for tomorrow. 2 in Springfield.
The 0-2 pitch just misses high for ball one. 1-2.
Ashton just missing with that curveball.
That one was a little too close to be taking, but he got lucky on that one as he didn't
Wednesday, and then we play
hit the zone.
7 o'clock.
As Williams will come set for the 1-2 pitch. He'll turn to second. They'll throw to second. And they did not make the tags as the field umpire. He must not have made the I'll explain it to you after this half inning. The 1-2 pitch is fouled back. So it'll stay 1-2. So Spain on second with 2 away. And Williams will come set. 1-2 pitch is called strike 3, and that will end the 3rd inning. We go to the top of the 4th. The Tigers got 2 runs back, and they trail 6-2. Top of the 4th as
Leading off for the Indians, number 23, J.C. Poole.
J.C. Poole will lead things off. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles.
J.C. Poole, 2 for 2, single rise.
Zach Dowdy back on the mound for the Tigers as he comes set. First pitch is in a little outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch is outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes.
J.C. Poole, 2-0. Need sporting goods. Remember, Skeeter Kell. J.C. ahead in the count, 2-0.
The 2-0 will miss outside for ball 3. 3-0.
Between short and third, his first plate appearance. Hard ground ball between first and second. His second at bat.
And the 3-0 pitch is called a strike on the outside corner, 3-1.
Poole, Gilmore, Williams, Caleb Douglas is what they reach.
The 3-1 pitch is popped up out into right center field. Actually, more like center field, as Jackson will get under it and make the catch for out number 1.
Coming to the plate for the Indians, number 5, Hayden Gilmore.
And Hayden Gilmore is 0 for 1. The ground out and a walk. That one is foul tipped for strike 1. No balls once. That one misses for ball 1, 1-1.
2 runs in the bottom third for Tigers.
1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 is in the dirt. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Public High School in Springfield area. Play Nixa at 4:30
The 2-1 pitch is popped foul and back out of play. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Thursday, I'm sure the Indians, after spending the night in Springfield, stopped in at Elsinore, played East Carter County.
2-2 is also fouled back out of play.
And the count remains 2. That'll do it for our baseball this week. A couple of games. Kentucky, Saturday.
The 2-2 pitch will miss outside. Ball 3, full count. 3-2.
First inning, the Indians have the leadoff base runner.
The 3-2 pitch. Foul back.
Swing and foul straight back.
So it stays 3-2 with the bases empty and 1 away. The 3-2 to Gilmore. Popped up on the infield. Shortstop. Evan Hall will call for it and make the catch. That time he really yelled that one out, so
Up next for the Indians, number
learned his
10.
lesson from that pop fly out there in the left field, shallow left field. Be loud. Make sure you call for it. 2 away. And Ashton Williams, he's 0 for 2. And that one's in there for a strike as Dowdy loses his hat. And then he loses the ball as well. The wind is just causing problems for Zach Dowdy. He's a freshman, right? Yep.
2 outs, nobody on for the Indians. Ashton Williams.
The 0-1. Ooh, he went, and that's a foul ball. And it may have gotten a piece of him, I don't know, but since he went around, it's going to count. That'll count against him. No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and play. 0-2 to count to Ashton. 2 outs, nobody.
The 0-2 pitch is fouled over to the third base dugout.
Central dugout. Count remains 0-2. Caleb Duncan, the
I don't trust him.
Indians up 6-2.
The 0-2 pitch is fouled.
Hammers this one back way out in front of it. Count remains 0-2.
So it's still 2-2. They're everywhere. Wasps are everywhere. That one's foul tipped. So it'll stay 0-2.
Hits for the Tigers. 1 error.
4 straight foul balls.
The Tigers
Pitch number 6 of the at-bat coming up. Do what? That one's popped up out into center field. Jackson going back towards the fence, and he won't make the catch as it goes over his head. And that'll be a double for Ashton Williams.
To the plate, number 4.
It's about the same kind of double that Spain had it earlier when he hit his out in the center field. The wind just kept carrying the ball all the way out to the fence.
There's Caleb Duncan. Caleb could get one of those runs back with a base hit here.
Well, maybe.
Ball was straight away center field. Kept carrying. Great routine pop up to center field. Pitch to Caleb.
That one's in there for a strike called.
On the afternoon.
No balls, 1 strike with a runner at second and 2 away. Caleb Duncan, he's 1 for 2. He flew out and then hit a single. And his last at bat is Dowdy will check on the runner at second base. And that one is called a strike. No balls, 2 strikes.
Just caught the outside corner. Caleb will have to protect. Williams, the base runner at second with 2 down.
That one is outside. Runner goes. No throw down to third. As Williams will steal third base. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ball, 2 strikes. Count.
And the 1-2 pitch is foul tipped.
Count remains 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes with Duncan at the plate. And the 1-2 will just miss outside for ball 2, 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Williams at third. Connor Poole.
The 2-2 pitch. Fouled again. We'll do it again. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. And that one's going to get back behind the batter and to the backstop, and a run will score.
Wow, pitch. That one went all the way behind the batter. And Kennett will get another run here in the top of the 4th.
So 7-2 Kennett with a full count to Duncan.
A 3-2 count to Caleb Duncan.
And 2 away. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that will end the top half of the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th. The Indians lead 7-2 over the Tigers.
Lead 7-2.
Bottom of the 4th. As Ashton Williams back on the mound, it'll be Hayden Bowers.
Leading off for the Tigers, number 16, Hayden Bowers.
Zach Dowdy and Aiden McGuire. Had to make sure that Dowdy was actually going to hit as he came in for Zade Hickey. And that one's in the dirt for ball 1. Yeah, now you got it. You just don't pay attention to what I say. The 1-0 pitch. It's outside, ball 2. 2-0. Two-0 pitch from Ashton Williams. Is a hard hit ball up the middle towards second base, and Hayden Bowers will be on first with a leadoff single. And that brings Zach Dowdy.
Up next, number 6, Zach Dowdy.
Dowdy will bat here with a runner at first and nobody out. Williams will come set. First pitch is high and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Pick-off attempt, and he's back safely. Oh, balk called. And that will move Bowers to second base. Nobody. That was not the same situation. So runner at second, a 1-0 count with nobody out. Ashlyn trying to tell me she was right, but that's not that's not even the situation she was arguing with me about the first time. Hey, the 1-0 pitch. Shows bunt, pulls back. It's in there for a strike. 1-1.
Even count 1-1. Now he's showing bunt. Indians up 7-2.
The 1-1 pitch. Call the strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch in the same exact spot all day has been that a strike. That one's outside for ball 2. 2-2. Yeah, you would think someone would swing at it. 2-2s. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And that's 1 away for Aiden McGuire.
Up to the plate, number 2, Aiden McGuire.
Bowers leading off at second base. And that one is in there for a strike call. The 0-1 is fouled off as kind of a half swing, half check swing. So no balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2 is a ground ball over to first, grabbed by the first baseman Williams. And that will advance the runner over to third, and Chapman Ogles will step to the plate with 2 away and a runner in scoring position. So runner at third, Ogles digs in. First pitch. That one swung on and missed for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch is outside, ball 1. The 1-1 pitch is low for ball 2, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Runner at third, 2 away. The 2-1 is swung on and missed. Jammed him on the inside corner. 2-2. The 2-2. A pop fly out into right center field. That'll get down for at least a base hit. It's going to roll out to the wall. Ogles to second. He's going to round second and head for third. And he is in there with a stand-up triple with 2 outs. Just trading places with Bowers, and it's now 7-3. And Jackson Whitfoot, who's 2 for 2 with 2 singles, has a shot to cut this lead down to 3, as that one is outside for, oh, that's called a strike. No balls, 1 strike. You're right. I should have known. That's the pitch. That's been a strike the whole game. The 0-1 is a chopper out towards short. Grab, throw to first. They had to throw quickly, and it's in time, and that'll do it for the bottom of the 4th. As the Tigers get a run back, and they now trail 7-3. As we go to the top of the 5th, it'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the Indians. Caden Pruitt will lead things off for the Indians. First pitch will miss for a ball.
Very slow breaking pitch from Connor Poole. This is the type of hitter the Indians really have to try to wait back on. Connor Poole.
1 ball, no strikes.
This is his third inning of work out on the field. Inside is
That one will miss for ball 2.
Peyton Brown. Peyton is 1 for 1 on the day. He was hit by a pitch, the single on a line drive to left field. 2-0 pitch to Brennan. Takes it for a strike.
That one is in there, called a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike
On the inside corner.
here to Peyton Brunham.
Peyton Brown leading things off for the Indians here at the fifth. Pitch bounce.
And that one will bounce in for ball 3, 3-1.
Kennett Trust Bank on First Street. Kennett, one of our great broadcast sponsors, locally on full service bank.
The 3-1 pitch
Kennett Trust Bank ball 4.
is in the dirt for ball 4.
The Indians. Branham reaches on the wall.
To the
Kennett
plate,
Trust Bank has
number
been serving
14.
the area since
Caden Pruitt.
1963. Kennett Trust Bank, you're not just a number, you're a valued community member.
And we get time called as Coach Leeser will go after the mound. Caden Pruitt 2 for 2 so far.
Visit with his pitcher.
He's at the plate with a runner at
Pruitt, who's already 2 for 2.
first.
Will come to the plate. Single.
As Coach Leeser comes off the mound, Zach Dowdy staying out on the mound for the Tigers.
2 at bats. Quick visit to the mound. Tigers warming someone up down in the bullpen down on third base.
Action in the bullpen for the Tigers.
Caden Pruitt stands in. Peyton Brown takes his
As Dowdy comes set, that one is fouled back.
Screen, strike 1. Back to Caden Pruitt. Owen Williams in the on-deck circle for the Indians. 7-3, Kennett with the lead. Throw to first.
Pickoff attempt to first, and he's back safely.
So far, just a few clouds floating by here at the ballpark.
Low balls, 1 strike with a runner at first, and nobody out. Pickoff attempt again, and he's back safely.
Throw to first. Again, Branham back in there safely.
So earlier there were some dark clouds back there and back behind left field, and now they've moved on, and it's doesn't look as scary as it did earlier. As this one is popped up out into center field, and that'll be caught by Jackson Woodfoot for out number 1.
Up for the Indians, number 12.
Hit it solid.
Owen
That's
Williams.
exactly what Pruitt did that time. Line drive to the center fielder. Out number 1. Branham back to first base. Here's Owen Williams. Oh, a couple of bunts. Sacrifice bunts so far in the ballgame. And
This one's popped up as well on the infield, and McGuire will make the catch for out number 2.
out number 2.
Coming to the plate, number
Top
2,
fly, the batter out.
Jack Morrison.
Brings in Jack Morrison. Peyton Branham now. Back at first base with 2 down.
So
Morrison.
Jack Morrison, who's 1 for 2, and that one's in there, called strike 1.
Jack singled on the line drive up the middle. His first plate appearance.
Morrison singled,
Hit hard.
and this one's grounded over to third. Grabbed by Meade. Throw to first is in time for out number 3, and we go to the bottom of the 5th.
The ball game can come up
As the Indians still lead 7-3,
To the bottom of the
bottom
fifth.
of the 5th when we return right after this.
and we'll be back with
Indians lead 7-3.
Braden Meade, Evan Hall, and Jathan Spain to lead things off for the Tigers. We go to the bottom of the fifth as the Tigers trail 7-3. As Braden Mead will lead things off. He's 0 for 2. Ground ball out to second base. It's off the glove of the second baseman, and Mead will be safe at first. So runner at first now, right off the bat.
Number 7.
And Evan Hall is 0 for 2. He reached on an error in his last at bat. Ashton Williams still on the mound for the Indians as he comes set, peeks over his shoulder. First pitch to Hall will miss high for ball 1. Pickoff attempt, and he's back safely at first base.
Couple of errors also for the Tigers. 7 runs, 7 hits for Kennett, 3 runs, 5 hits. Wilkinson. Double play.
Ashton Williams, he'll step off. As this one is in there for a strike call, the 1 ball, 1 strike. You were here when we scored. You do the 1 ball, 1 strike. As Ashton Williams comes set, throws to first, and he's safely back over there in time. Kent with 7 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors. And the Tigers with 3 runs on 5 hits and 2 errors, and the bunt foul goes back to the netting behind home plate. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. As Williams comes set, peeking over his shoulder, he'll throw over again, and he's back safely. See, now we're gonna have to add the pickoff attempts in high school that they have in the major leagues. That one's fouled back, so it stays 1-2.
Kennett outfield shade, surround over to the right side. And the outfield Zane Franklin. Morrison.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Williams holds the runner on over first.
The 1-2 is chopped over to third. Grabbed by the third baseman, throw to first, and it's going to get away from the first baseman. And Mead will head to third, and he's going to be held up at third base. It'll be runners at second and third with nobody out.
Coming to the plate, number 23, Jathan Spain.
Give them 2 more errors. Yeah, they have 3. As we get time called, and we're going to get a mound visit here from Kennett. As they got Tigers have runners at second and third with nobody out. And Jathan Spain, who doubled in his last at bat. That is good. Yes, Ashland pointed out he's at 75 pitches already. So it depends. Yeah, it depends on how they want to play it out this week. I know they have a couple games, I think, over in Springfield area. And they're going to leave Williams out there. Spain at the plate. Like I said, doubled his last at bat. This one's a grounder over to third. He'll pick it up. They're going to throw it home, and he is out at home. And it'll be a fielder's choice, but it'll be runners at the corners here with one away.
Up next, number 10, Hayden Chenoweth.
The runners at first and third with one away. And Caden Chenoweth at the plate over 2. Struck out in his last at bat. And a throw over to first is not in time. He's back safely.
7-3. Kennett with the lead. Very good play then on the ground ball. Came up.
And that one's high for ball 1. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is called a strike. 1-1.
Love the double play. Get out of this double play did. Old Williams almost the base runner. Peyton Branham, a couple of steps back.
Great time called as Chenoweth will step out of the box.
1 strike.
And the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch will miss high for ball 2. 2-2. What? Oh, yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 pitch, runner goes. That's in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. And Hall will head back to third as he had a late jump. And they send him back, pull him back to the bag. And just a full count. So runners at second and third now for Caden Chenoweth. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch. A grounder out towards second. Picked up, throw to first is in time, but a run will score, and it's 7-4. As Hall scores from third.
16, Hayden Bowers.
And now Hayden Bowers, who's 1 for 2. He's singled in his last at bat. Should have had 2 hits. He should be 2 for 2, but that one was just snagged right out of the air by the third baseman, Branham, earlier in the game, as that one is swung on and missed for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. This is high. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. As Williams comes set, the 1-1. That's fouled out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As the Tigers got another run in, and they've cut it down to 3. And the 1-2 pitch is hit out towards third. It's going to get through past the third baseman, grabbed by the shortstop, and he's going to be safe at first as he beats that one out for an infield single, and the run will score. And it's now 7-5. So now just down by 2 runs. As we're going to get a different hitter here for the Tigers. It's going to be Jonah Brink.
To the plate for the Tigers, number 24, Jonah Brink.
So Jonah Brink will get his first at bat here this afternoon with a runner at first. As that one just misses for ball one.
Like it might be a quick inning. Now Ashton's about to throw his 87th pitch of the ball game.
Leading off of first is Bowers. Pickoff attempt. And they're going to say he got him over at first base. And so that will end the fifth inning. We'll go to the top of the sixth. It's still a two-run game, 7-5. Kennett leads.
Tigers score 3. Heading into the top of the sixth. Indians lead 7-5.
Top of the sixth. As Jonah Brink will pitch for the Tigers now. He's going to come in and take over for Zach Dowdy. So Zach Dowdy pitched 3 innings, gave up a run. It was earned, struck out 1 hit, 1 walk. Braden Mead had 2 innings pitched, gave up 6 runs, but only 4 were earned, no strikeouts, 7 hits, 1 walk. And Ashton Williams has pitched 5 innings, 5 runs, only 1 of those has been earned, 6 strikeouts, 6 hits, no walks. The Tigers, Kennett started the game off 1-0, then they scored 4 in the second, scored another in the third, and was leading 6-0 before the Tigers scored 2 runs. And then Kennett got a run back in the fourth, and so did the Tigers. And then the Tigers held the Indians to no runs in the fifth, scored 2, and cut it down to a 2-run lead, and it's 7-5. And that first pitch from Brink is in there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch is grounded back up towards short. Picked up by Hall. Throw to first is in time for out number 1. A bang, bang play over there at first base, but just in time as J.C. Poole will come to the plate.
JC is 2 for 3. Couple of singles to right and left field, flat out to center.
First pitch will miss for ball 1, 1-0. Poole 2 for 3, 2 singles and a flyout. As that one misses for ball 2, 2-0. Yeah. 2-0 pitch is outside for ball 3, 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes. Brink comes set, the 3-0. That's going to go behind the batter, and that'll be a one-out walk.
That brings in Hayden Gilmore.
We got a runner on first, and we get time called as Coach Leeser is going to come out and talk to Jonah. As Hayden Gilmore
Coming up for the Indians, number 2 hitter, Hayden Gilmore.
is at the plate, and we're actually going to get a pitching change.
And we're going to have another pitching change. We're going to
And it looks like
Tiger pitcher
Zade Hickey's going to come in to pitch now.
right after this.
So we'll be back after this.
In the pitch for the Tigers, number 9. Hayden Gilmore.
J.C. Poole at first base with 1 out.
As Zade Hickey
Lead is 7-5.
will step to the plate.
Bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch to Hayden.
And the first pitch will miss for ball 1.
J.C. Poole at first base.
Yep, 7-5, 7-5, 7-5.
Here in this 6th inning. Pretty good lead at first by J.C. Left-hander Hickey looks at it.
Big off attempt, and it's not in time. He's back safely.
I think he's outfield play. We had a run. Hayden Gilmore around the pool.
He's only thinking of it. That one's a grounded foul.
Down the first baseline was Gilmore.
1 ball, 1 strike. The score's still right. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, we had 2 and then 1 and then 2.
He likes to see the lefty. Now Gilmore, lefty-lefty matchup. 1-1 Kennett. Poole at
The 1-1 is high for ball 2.
2-1.
2-1.
Bentley Farms. Farms, Dudley, Missouri. With Chantel
Perfect.
residents.
No, I did. Oh.
Season hit here.
2 balls, 1 strike. As Hickey looks in. Now he'll look over at first. The 2-1 pitch will miss outside for ball 3. 3-1.
Blow out to right field.
The 3-1 pitch is popped up out towards left field, and it's going to get down for a base hit at least. He's going to round first, head for second. They're going to send the runner around third. Poole will head home, and the throw is not caught at home and not in time. So it's a double for Gilmore,
Put another one on the board, and it's a big one.
and it's 8-5.
Next for the Indians, number 10, Ashton Williams.
And Ashton Williams will step in 1 for 3, doubled his last at bat.
Here comes Ashton Williams. Big hit by Hayden Gilmore that time.
Hickey looks back at second,
Ashton is 2 for 3.
and he'll come set now as he looks back at the runner.
Double.
Swing and a miss for strike 1.
First offer, left-hander Hickey is strike.
Hickey will step off the rubber, and he's going to call Poole out to the mound.
Caleb Duncan in the on-deck circle. This is a point in the ball game. The Indians would love to get 2, 3, or more runs. Get a little cushion before we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Ashton Williams.
So Hickey comes set now as he
Glad to see if he goes out for
will check on the runner. It's an 0-1 count. The 0-1 pitch. Then the dirt runner goes, throw it down to the third, and he is out of there at third. Picked him off, trying to take third base. As the pitch was a ball. It's a 1-1 count with 2 away.
thrown out on the play, trying to steal third.
2 balls, 1 strike.
2 outs now in the inning. And the base is hit.
And the 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Indians, though, do get a run on Gilmore's double.
2 balls, 2 strikes. As it's 8-5, the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And they make the tag, and that will end
Heading into the bottom
the
of the
inning.
6th. Indians lead.
As we go to the bottom of the 6th, it's 8-5, a 3-run lead for the Indians. And it'll be Zaid Hickey, Aiden McGuire, Chapman Ogles due up for the Tigers. So bottom of the 6th, as Zaid Hickey will lead things off.
Zaid Hickey.
Ashton Williams back on the mound for the Indians here in the bottom of the 6th. He's got an 8-5 lead as that one is called a strike.
Quick, efficient, bottom of the 6th. Keep that 3-run lead.
And the 0-1 pitch will miss high and inside.
High, small 1.
1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 is fouled out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Zaid Hickey. Flew out in his first at bat. He started the game at first base. And then Dowdy came in, and Brink came in for Dowdy, and then Zaid Hickey came back in for Brink. So he technically came back in, just re-entered in the same exact spot that he was in, as it's ball 2. The 2-2 pitch is popped foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Limited pitches in this ball game. It's pitch number 91. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Leading off.
The 2-2 pitch. Popped up out into left, shallow left field. The shortstop, Gardner, will get out there to make the catch for out number 1. And that's going to bring
To the plate, number 2.
Aiden McGuire to the plate. He's grounded out twice so far today. And going to try to get something going here with 1 away. Tigers trail by 3 runs. As that one will miss for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch in the dirt as it gets away and takes a high hop back into the backstop netting. 2 balls, no strikes as McGuire digs in the 2-0 pitch. He is popped foul and back out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike. So the Tigers will play again tomorrow at North County at 4:30. And then at home on Wednesday. 3 games this week. And no baseball. There you go. The 2-1 pitch from Williams is inside for ball 3. Brush him off the plate a little bit. 3 balls and 1 strike. The 3-1 pitch from Williams is called a strike. Full count. 3-2. That one is swung on and missed for strike 3, and that's 2 away for Chapman Ogles. Ogles 1 for 2. He tripled in his last at bat. A stand-up triple as well. He didn't get straight out there towards center field or the right field, right center field, as that one is swung on and missed for strike 1. Hit it out to right center field, and it got all the way out to the fence. The 0-1 pitch. He's going to show bunt, and he'll miss, or he'll foul tip. Either way, it's strike 2. The 0-2 will miss outside for ball 1. 1-2. That was close. A little too close. And the 1-2 pitch. Fouled right into the third base dugout right there in the front of it. It'll stay 1-2. The 1-2 misses high. Ball 2. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Base is empty, 2 away. And Ashton Williams comes set for the 2-2 pitch. And it'll miss outside for a full count. 3-2. Ashton Williams up to 104 pitches, and not sure who will be the relief. There's nobody in the bullpen for Kennett. The 3-2 is fouled back. And I think that went off the hand or the wrist area of the catcher. Must have gone off his hand. He's looking at his hand. That was a foul ball, so it stays 3-2. He's walking towards the dugout. I'm not sure. He motioned to the dugout for something. Maybe they're going to tape his fingers together. Put some tape in his hand. I don't know. As the trainer will come out from the Cape Central side, he's going to come take a check on his hand. They do actually now call for the trainer to come look at the catcher's hand, Caleb Duncan. Maybe he got his thumb a little bit on the glove. It's his catching hand, is what Perry's saying here, the Kennett radio broadcaster. It's his catching hand, so we're thinking maybe it bent that hand, bent that finger back a little bit.
If there is any way possible, Caleb Duncan's going to stay in the ballgame. Is there any doubt? Caleb's
So Duncan's going to go grab his glove,
count is 3-2.
and he's going to try it out here, test his thumb. And that doesn't help. Throw it up over him. There you go. He says, all right, we're good. Let's go.
Caleb says we're good to go.
So the right fielder, Jack Morrison, had come in towards the dugout. He must be the backup catcher, as now he'll sprint back out into right field. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch will miss for ball 4. Just missed outside for ball 4. So we go back to the top of the lineup. Jackson Whitfoot, 2 for 3, 2 singles and a ground out. As we get time called, and we'll get a mound visit, as that's 106 pitches for Ashton Williams. And I think Williams is expecting to be pulled from this game just by the body language. And they are going to move some guys around, and that will do it for Ashton Williams here this afternoon. And we'll step aside while they warm up their new pitcher. So new pitcher for the Indians, as that one is outside for ball 1, is Peyton Branham. Owen Williams goes to third. Hayden Gilmore goes to first. Ashton Williams goes to left. Zane Franklin goes to center field. The 1-0 is fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike. So defensively now in the outfield, Ashton Williams in left, Zane Franklin in center, Jack Morrison in right, Owen Williams at third, Matt Gardner at short, J.C. Poole at second. As the 1-1 is in there for a strike called. 1-2. Hayden Gilmore at first, behind the plate Caleb Duncan, and on the mound Peyton Branham. And That one is swung on and missed for strike 3, and we'll go to the top of the 7th as the Tigers strand a runner and trail 8-5.
That'll take us to the top of the 7th.
So top of the 7th is Zade Hickey back on the mound for the Tigers, and Caleb Duncan will lead things off for Kennett. As that one's fouled back. The 0-1 pitch is fouled back. No balls, 2 strikes. That's his pitch count, 12. Oh. Woo! That one's right back up the middle into center field for a leadoff single. As Zade was able to just to lean back enough just into he got all the way to third base.
Next up, the Indians, number 24, Peyton Brandon.
And another error that leads to third. Who was that one on? Jackson. So runner at third, as that one is in there, called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. In there, called strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. I look down to score everything, and the kid's at third base. The 0-2 pitch is a little bloop out to right field. It'll get down in fair territory. And rounding first, heading for second. He'll be in there safely, and it's 9-5. Kennett leads as Branham gets himself an RBI double. And Caden Pruitt, 2 for 3, 2 singles and a fly out. Hickey comes set, looks back at second base, and that one is in there for a strike called. No balls, 1 strike. 17 pitches, 5 balls, 12 strikes for Hickey. So he's hitting the zone. And the 0-1 is down the left field line and foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Hickey looks in for the 0-2 sign, and he's coming set. The 0-2 pitch will miss outside for ball 1. 1-2. Hickey looks back at second base. The 1-2 pitch. He is popped up out into right field. And Chenoweth will make the play. Throw to third, and it's there in time, but it's off target as Meade had to get off the bag. So the runner will advance to third with one away.
Williams.
So runner this one's popped up, and he'll get down for a base hit in left field. A little bloop single, and that'll get a run in, and it's 10-5.
To the plate, number 2, Jack Morrison.
That brings in Jack Morrison. So base runner at first and one down. Kennett now leading 10-5. Jack Morrison at the plate. Jack is 1 for 3. Shows bunt.
That's bunted back, foul. No balls, 1 strike. As Hickey looks over at first, the 0-1. And misses for ball 1, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike as Hickey comes set. The 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike called, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch popped up on the infield. Hall will call for it. Working it back, and it pushes him back into the outfield, and it falls. And they'll get him at second on the force out for the second out. And the runner on first was staying on first.
Matt Gardner.
And since it went off, he's out by a force out. So, okay, so the batter gets on an error as the pickoff attempt is safe. Yeah, just do other.
And Matt Gardner. Look, his first hit of the ball game. See, you want to ride. Morrison now the base runner first.
So Matt Gardner at the plate. As that one will miss for ball 1. And a ground ball. We'll go foul down that third base line. 1-1.
Checks the runner. Pitch inside. Ball 2. Gardner.
2 balls, 1 strike. And that'll be foul as he pick it up in foul territory to even up the count at 2-2.
Runner at first is Morrison with 2 down here at the top of the 7th. J.C. Poole at the on-deck circle. And the reach here with 2 outs. Hit one at the bat. 2-2 pitch with 2 down.
And that one is called strike 3, and that will end the top half of the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th as it's 10-5, Kennett. So bottom of the 7th, the Tigers have a little bit of work to do as they're down by 5 here, 10-5. As it'll be the 2, 3, 4 hitters due up. Braden Mead will lead things off for the Tigers. As Peyton Branham still out on the mound for the Indians.
Improved to 3 and 4 on the season, but 3 outs.
As Branham will come set first pitch.
Things off.
It's called a strike.
Fastball called strike 1. Peyton came in, got the
No balls, 1 strike here as the 0-1 pitch from Branham is grounded over towards third. Grabbed by the third baseman. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
ground ball, and Owen up to the task that time through a strike over to Hayden Gilmore at first. And there's 1 out.
Up next for the Tigers, number 7, Evan Hall.
So Evan Hall now will step to the step to the plate with 1 away. Here in the bottom of the 7th, base is empty. Hall is 0 for 3. And the first pitch is grounded over to third again. Scooped up by Williams, and he'll throw to first for the second out. So 2 away.
Up to bat, number 23, Jathan Spain.
So 2 away, and now Jathan Spain, 1 for 2. He hit a double in his second at bat of the game. See if he can do it again. The first pitch to Spain is in there, called a strike.
This is what Peyton does so well. He has his control. It's a lot of ground balls.
The 0-1 pitch is outside for ball 1.
Count 1-1. 2 down.
1 ball, 1 strike. If the base is empty and 2 away. Here in the bottom of the 7th. And the 1-1 pitch. Outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. That wind continues to blow to right field. The 2-1 pitch. And that one's high for ball 3. Went up around the head of Jathan Spain. And the 3-1 pitch is a foul ball down the third base line. So a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the 3-2 pitch is hit out towards short. Gardner will grab it, throw to first, and it's in time for the third out. And that will do it for this one. The Tigers are going to fall 10-5.
And that brings us to our final.
As
Your Cape Central Tigers fall to the Kennett Indians.
Ashton
10-5.
Williams will
The Tigers will be back in action tomorrow
pick
in
up
North County.
the
They take on the North County Raiders. Next home game is scheduled for this Wednesday.
Ashton Williams will pick up the win, and Braden Mead will pick up the loss.
Thank you to our guests, Kennett Indians, for making the trip up. Everybody have a safe trip home with the impending weather.
So the final final stats here for you. Let's see. Jackson Woodfoot was 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Jathan Spain 1 for 3 with a double and 2 RBI. Gaten Chenoweth was 0 for 3, but he had himself an RBI. Sorry, 1 for 3 with a double. No, he was 0 for 3 with an RBI. Hayden Bowers was 2 for 3 with 2 singles and an RBI. Chapman Ogles 1 for 2 with a triple and an RBI. And then pitching, Braden Mead went 2 innings, gave up 6 runs, only 4 earned. No strikeouts, 1 walk, 7 hits. And Zach Dowdy, 3 innings pitched, 1 strikeout, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 run. And it was earned. Jonah Brink with a run, and it was earned with no hits, no strikeouts, and a walk. Then Jonah Brink pitched a third of an inning, and then Zayd Hickey pitched an inning and 2/3, 2 strikeouts, gave up 2 runs, both earned, 4 hits, no walks. And then for the Kennett Indians, 2 for 3 with 2 singles was J.C. Poole. 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI. Hayden Gilmore 1 for 4 with a double and an RBI. Ashton Williams 2 for 2 with a single and a double and an RBI. Peyton Bronham 2 for 4. Caden Pruitt with a single, 2 singles and an RBI. Owen Williams was 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. And Jack Morrison was 1 for 4 with a single and an RBI. And then for pitching, Ashton Williams went 5 2/3, gave up 5 runs, but only 1 was earned. Struck out 7, walked 1, gave up 6 hits. And then an inning and a third for Peyton Bronham. No runs, 1 strikeout, no hits, no walks. And the Tigers fall 10-5. The Indians had 10 runs on 12 hits with 3 errors. They left 5 on base. Tigers with 5 runs, 6 hits, 4 errors, and they left 5 on base. So that'll do it for me here. The next game is tomorrow at North County, and it'll be here once again on YouTube on Cape Central Sports. Until then, I will see you tomorrow. As we got a game tomorrow and then another game Wednesday. Wednesday is a home game. Tomorrow is on the road against North County. So we'll see you tomorrow.